with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the childcare social media playbook here. So, so what is the point of your social media? Like ultimately, what is the goal here? So there's a couple of things, right? So you can build your follower count, right? Generate high quality leads. You can have it act as a secondary website, get your community to know who you are, things like that. And so there's a lot of different purposes behind your social media. So, who am I? So, if you're not familiar, I didn't introduce myself yet. My name is Brooks Burnett. I'm the owner of ClearPath Childcare Marketing. I'm a former preschool teacher. I taught in a 3-year-old class for 1 year and a 4-year-old class for 2 years back when I was in college. And so, I'm a member of the National Association for Early Learning Leaders. So, as a disclaimer, before we get started, so there's a couple of things you have to understand about posting. Before posting the children you're taking into your care, you need to get written permission, right? Don't just post children, without consent, without the parents knowing that you can use their images in a promotional materials on your website, things like that. Be careful when showing locations, field trips, or telling people when you're going to be at these places. If you're making a post about an upcoming event, when in doubt, just check your local and state laws. Okay. But if you have not done that, I would recommend to just go ahead and do that. And so just to play it safe, we don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to do anything that our parents are not okay with. And so just keep that in mind here. So I've tricked you a little bit. So social media, posting on Facebook, Instagram, posting reels, posting TikTok videos should not be used as a direct lead generation strategy. You should not be posting on Facebook, on Instagram, thinking this post is going to get me leads. This post is going to get me calls, right? So your social media instead should be a part of an overall marketing strategy and an overall marketing plan. So we are trying to show that your childcare center is the best center for your community, for your location, wherever, for the families that are in your service area. So you should not be going into Facebook saying, hey, this post here is going to generate me calls. It is a cumulative process, right? That is advertising, right? When we're trying to get calls, trying to book more tours, that is direct advertising. So your social media is not a good strategy for direct lead generation. Now, everything that we do, website design, videos, graphic design, everything that you do in your facility, yes, ultimately we want to generate more tours, generate more calls, generate more interest. And so ultimately, at the end of the day, what we're going after is leads. It's just that what we're going to talk about today should be part of a bigger strategy and not the only strategy for directly bringing in leads. And so now, what exactly do I mean by that then? If that's not the point, then what is it for? So posting on social media should complement the marketing that you're already doing. Okay? So posting on a regular basis is the best way to add credibility and to make parents feel more at ease. So parents, they come in, they find you, through Google, through advertising, whatever that method is, they're already interested. They're looking at your website. They're looking at online assets, right? Your Google business profile, reading reviews. That's where your social media comes in, and that's where it's the most powerful. So your social media is there for the parents who are already interested in your childcare center. I hope that makes sense. posting is the best way to add credibility, build trust, and just essentially show what the day to day life is and what the day to day activities are of your center. So, the common steps that a parent typically takes and where social media should fit in to this equation. So you've got the discovery phase, right, where parents are finding you, they're interested in your they have a need first of all, right? They have a child who they need daycare, preschool care for. Then they discover you through advertising, through local SEO. They find you at the top of Google and other search engines. And so then they're interested. They see your facility, they see your website, they see the great images and the pictures and just all the programs and things that you have to offer. And then the trust building phase comes in with things like social media. Okay. Now, yes, people can find you on social media. They can, obviously find pictures and see shares when people share images that you're uploading. And so it can be a method of discovery. It definitely can be. And so the question is, what are you posting and what are people going to be sharing the most? Is it an advertisement or is it just a picture of, water day or field day if you have one, a holiday party, right? Are those the images that people are going to share or are they going to share an advertisement? So, social media, again, is there for building trust. But the mindset that you need to have is first building trust instead of directly advertising. So when I say directly advertising, I'm saying call us, book a tour now, things like that. So those can be sprinkled in, but they need to be very rare, okay, in my opinion. All right. So moving on here. So what should you be posting? So now that we understand what social media is not, that it's not for advertising, what should we be posting instead? Right? Building trust, things that build trust, showcase your state of the art facility, your center, shows the normal day-to-day activities. You want to show people what it looks like when their children come to your facility. They want to see who they're working with. They want to see what they're going to be doing. They want to see where you go, right? They want to see all these things because that's what drives them to reach out. And so again, this is here to build trust. It's not necessarily here to directly drive leads, okay, directly advertise. I hope this is making sense because yes, at the end of the day, we are trying to get more calls and trying to get more leads, but we're just going about it in a different way, okay, in a more nuanced approach than just directly sending advertisements to people. Okay. And so, what should you be posting then? There's a lot of different options, tons of different options that you can do. Here are just some examples of kind of a category of a post. We've got parent trust posts, things that showcase your teachers, how you help new children adjust if you have something like that. Things like behind the scenes. How do teachers prepare for the day? What do you do to prepare for the day? Show these within reason. Okay. So I was a teacher myself. And so I understand, come running in late and things like that. So, within reason, right? Paint your facility in the best light, right? Testimonials. This is a big one. Okay. Interviews with parents, any type of testimonial, 5-star reviews as well. Something very simple, just a screenshot of a 5-star review that you get on Google. Post that on your social media. People need to see testimonials because you, as the owner, you can say all day, you can say how great you are. You can showcase your center in the best light possible as much as you want. But the testimonial is someone else talking about you. And so testimonials are super crucial. Posting 5-star reviews, client interviews, just anything, any type of testimonial works really well. Classroom activities, outdoor play days, circle time, water day, like we mentioned, just anything unique that's outside the classroom or inside the classroom, just really anything. That's kind of the point here. Teacher spotlight, right? Showing your new teachers, staff pictures at training events. That's a big one. Teachers' favorite books, highlight, teachers' birthdays, anything that highlights your staff and getting them out there. Okay. Because again, your parents want to see who they're going to be working with. And if you're showing them not just on your website, which they need to be there, we're going to cover websites here soon, but they should be on your website and they should be in your social media as well. Your parents should be able to see who is going to be interacting with their children, taking care of their children, within reason. Okay. And so then finally, some simple pictures, classroom setup, your playground equipment, action shots of the morning drop off, pickup time. I know that can be crazy. So, just there's a lot of different types of posts you can make. Okay. And we'll show you a little bit later and we'll cover, some of those direct advertising posts. Really what we're trying to do is just use what you have. Use what you have. Use your center. Use whatever things you typically do on a regular basis. Use those as ideas for your posting. Okay. So when should you post? I say at least 2 posts per week. Posting at least 2 weeks or 2 times a week is typically enough. Okay. So you want families to see the day-to-day activities and you want to be posting these things, but you have to do these things within your own ability. Okay. You don't want to spend all of your time posting on social media. No one wants to do that. It's pretty boring. And so don't burn yourself out, but make sure you're just posting consistently, just consistent images, videos, anything that you're doing. Fill up your camera roll of action shots and start trickling them out, or use some of these tools that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But keep it simple, so like a teacher highlight plus an event that you've got, coming up. Graduation just happened for a lot of childcare facilities and preschools. So, teacher highlight for one post, and then, thanking the teachers for the year that they gave and with a staff image, and then, an action shot of the ceremony or a video of the ceremony, daily tasks plus a testimonial. So you're giving types of posts, keeping it entertaining, keeping it different, but at the same time, you're still hitting the high points, right? Teacher highlight plus an event action shot. Daily tasks, setting up snack time, students eating lunch, and then a testimonial. So one strategy could be, if you have a large event like a graduation or something, take lots of images and then stagger them out. Okay. Upload a collage here, a collage there, so there's lots of different things that you can do with the images and the videos that you're taking. And so, but typically, point being, at least 2 times a week is good. The more posts you make, the better. But, if all else fails, at least 2 times a week is a good rule of thumb, or at least a good goal, every Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. So now, where should you post? Everyone knows what social media is. And so just keep in mind here, it depends on what you're posting. Okay. So for posting pictures, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, those are typically the best. And then for videos, short form video content, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. That's one that a lot of people kind of look over. But YouTube is a very, very good place. You should have a YouTube channel, because if you have any type of testimonial videos, just any type of video, YouTube is a very good database, right? It's a very good place to host your videos. You can add them to your website and they run smoothly if they're on YouTube. But TikTok as well. I kind of stick to the big three, right? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you have at least those three, you really can't go wrong. If you're posting, short form video content, then yes, post it on YouTube Shorts. But Facebook, Instagram, YouTube are typically the best. We're going where young parents are. Okay. And so Instagram is a big one, and then TikTok potentially if you have a lot of short form videos. Now, how can you post? So there's a couple of ways here, but we're trying to keep it simple so that way you do it. And so the harder something is, the less likely you are to do it. And so if you keep it simple, get on a schedule, then that is a good way to make sure that you're posting over and over and over again. So you can post organically, right? You can just go into facebook.com, go into Instagram, and post directly there. Or you can make the same post on multiple platforms. This is what I like to do. Okay. It's just easier to post one time or make one post and have it go to multiple channels, in my opinion, than to post, something on Facebook, post something in your group or on your professional page, then go to Instagram and upload something. It just makes it a little bit more complicated, but it's whatever you want to do as long as you're posting something. So here are some tools that can help you to accomplish that posting on multiple platforms. Buffer is a good one. This is the one I personally use. It's a phone app. Okay. And so you can take pictures, upload them, post on multiple platforms. It is paid, I believe. I think you can get it for free up to two, I think, like two platforms that you're posting on. But if you want more than two, I believe it might be more than one, but it is fairly cheap. It's like $5 per month um, per platform. So if you're doing Facebook and Instagram, it could be anywhere from $5 to $10. Usefulness, in my opinion, greatly outweighs, losing $5 a month. So keep that in mind. Now, Sendable is another one. It's a very good scheduling tool. And so Metricool is another one that's similar to Buffer, where it's like an app on your phone. Buffer typically is a good one, but you can experiment, see what you like, see what's easy to use. But they're all honestly relatively the same. You upload an image, you type in a description, or you upload a video, type in a description, and you can schedule them out. And so you can schedule them or just kind of post on the fly. I like to just kind of post on the fly. Whenever something comes up, I open up Buffer, record a video, and then just type it in and then just post right there. So, but it's up to you, whatever you decide. And so there's more than just these three, but these are some good ones to keep an eye out for. So what about boosting posts? Boosting posts will improve the reach of your post. Okay, so it will go to more people. Okay, so it's essentially like when someone hits share and it goes to their follower count, or it goes to their friends list, or it goes on their timeline rather. Boosting a post will kind of do something similar. So it's a post that you make on your Facebook, Instagram, and you just give Google or give Facebook some money and they show it to more people. Now, this is good, but again, this is a form of advertisement. Okay. And so I only recommend to do this if you're advertising an event, a party, a special offer, right? Group touring sessions, anything that's advertising worthy, you can do this. The way that it works from, Facebook, they're always updating things. And so from the last time I've boosted a post, which is not very often, but the way that it works is that you just your time limit on the post. So like, let's say 7 days that you want the post to be ran. And then you put a budget behind it of like, $50 for that 7 days. And Facebook will push that post out for that time. And depending on the budget, they will show it to a certain amount of people. Okay. The higher your budget is, the more people it's going to go to. And so what I want you to understand though, is that this is an advertisement. And so I would not post just a teacher highlight as a as a boosted post. Because if you want to advertise and you're actually trying to generate leads, then just run traditional Facebook ads. Just it's better. They work better for lead generation than boosting posts. And so, in my opinion, keep the posting just for posting, and then for use the Facebook ads platform, the meta ads, use those to run ads. It can seem very simple, and it is more simple to just boost a post, but we don't want to be wasting money, just throwing dollars out willy nilly. And so that's a good rule of thumb. If it's an advertisement and you're saying, hey, I need to get some eyeballs, I need to get some more people to see this, just run a traditional Facebook ad. In my opinion, you'll get a better return on your investment. So don't forget what posting is from what we've determined here. So posting again is for your for building trust. Okay. And so yes, you can boost a post, can build trust, but just keep it simple. Okay. Keep it simple here. So to wrap up here, some principles to keep in mind. Your followers follow you for a reason. Okay. And so if they're parents who have children that go to your facility, that are a part of your daycare, that are a part of your preschool, they're following you for that reason. If they're a friend of a friend whose children comes to your facility, so we want to give them what they need, okay, to see what you do, to see what you offer, to see what you guys do on a regular basis. And so we're giving them what they're following us for. Okay. We're giving them proof. We're giving them, showing them our facility, showing them what we do. And so they follow you for a reason. So parents go to your profile to confirm their interest. If they are interested in your facility, they go to your social media to confirm what they're already thinking. So they say, "Oh, I like their programs. Oh, they're right in within our budget. Let's see what they're doing, on a regular basis. Let's see what they've been doing in the past couple of weeks." And so they go to your social media, they see the videos, they see your pictures, and they say, "Great, let's go ahead and reach out, or let's go ahead and book a tour." So be real. Okay? Be real. Do not fake it till you make it. Okay? On social media, because that is not what you want to do. If you're showing an AI generated image of your facility and a parent books a tour because of that, and they come in and see something completely different, they are not going to be happy. And so make sure that everything is consistent. You're real. You're showing your parents who you are and the care that you have for your students. So if you don't have those things, then you got some other issues. Don't post it on social media. You need to work on those other issues like cleanliness, or fixing toys, or whatever the issue may be. So you want to post relevant content and post on a consistent basis. Okay. When I say relevant content, this is content that is about your facility. Content, so it can be the children, it can be the activities, it can be the staff, so you're posting things that keep people interested in what you're actually doing. All right. So you're posting on a consistent basis. Just keep the posts rolling out. Anything that's interesting, anything that comes out, that comes up, go ahead and just be posting. Just always be posting. So I hope that was beneficial. I hope you learned a little bit, and hope you understand now that social media should be a part of a bigger marketing plan. It should not be the only thing that you're doing to generate tours. It should be confirming the parent's interest. It should be confirming and building trust for when they reach out. And so, with that in mind, that will help you to understand, okay, what exactly should I be posting? What exactly do I need to be showcasing? Because every post I make is just saying, "Hey, book a tour now. Enrollment's open. Book with us. Give us a call." Every single thing looks like that. maybe I should change strategies a little bit. So these are all suggestions. You may have a different experience. You may post a lot of advertisements and get some good return. Great, awesome. But this is just trying to understand a little bit and approach it at a different way.